So in case you didn't know, let me give you a quick refresher here, in case your memory was bad. After after the first drive of the game, well, Ohio State marched down the field and they started doing that OH. It turned into oh
IO.
no, oh no, 42-16. And after the first 7 minutes of the game, let's see, Michigan was down a running back. Oh, look at that score after that. That is my background right now. You can't, it's a little far away, so I pulled that up for, in my office here. So I wanted the score to be clear. Want the score to be clear. Do you remember a conference call? Do you remember a conference call where Ryan Day, after a contentious conference call, Ryan Day said, I'm going to hang 100 on Michigan? That was a little over a year ago. Since that time, Ryan Day has almost had 100 hung on him by Michigan. Michigan was down to their backup running back who had a club on one hand. Their best cornerback was a converted wide receiver, right? Their quarterback was a guy who couldn't hit the big throws. Ohio State had the best player on the field. They had better weather. They had the talent. They had an 8.5 point favorite according to Vegas, and they got that ass beat. And before we go any further, let's make it perfectly clear. I don't care where Ohio State is ranked in the college football playoff. That ass whooping you took should exclude you from even participation. Now, the only way y'all get in, the only way you get in, the only way you get in is even better. The only way you get in is even better is if the committee says, you know what, Michigan is that much better than everybody that we're not going to fault Ohio State for getting their ass whooped because everybody would have suffered an ass whooping like that. But oh no, it was only Ohio State that suffered that ass whooping like that. You know what that reminded me of? That reminded me of the 90s when Tim Biakabatuka was looking across the field from the Heisman Trophy winner.
Don't say that name. Don't say that name.
And got 300 yards on him. And it reminded me of Desmond Howard and Charles Woodson doing exactly what I told you that they were going to do. They went. Yep, that's exactly. You know what it also reminded me of? It reminded me of the 1992 NCAA regional final, Michigan versus Ohio State in basketball.
Oh, basketball?
Where the fabulous five took out Jim Jackson and all. So basically, we've had a habit. Michigan has had a habit of beating Buckeye ass when it counts the most. This doesn't make up for 2006, and it doesn't make up for trouble with the spot in 2016, where Ohio State cheated to beat Michigan. But it certainly feels really good to plant that flag on Ohio State. Did you see them? I know there's no video of it because I only saw it through grainy cell phone video. No,
when
not
they were
that
waving.
One.
Okay.
There was the Ohio State players and coaches doing the fight song at the end of the game in the end zone, and Ryan Day looked like someone just stole his woman and stole his waffles at the same damn time. It is poetic justice.
They did. And there's a lot of work to do. Now, there are a couple things you said. And look, you deserve to gloat. You have the receipts. Good for you. I love your sign. Love the backdrop. Very well done. Very well said, Vinnie Goodwill. I'm not surprised. But a couple things you said that I think need some investigation. You said it doesn't make up for 2006. Does it make up for 2012, 2013, 2016, nope. 2017, 2008? Look, we always beat y'all. Stop this. 2000, and you had to go back to Biaka Batuka. You had to go back to Charles Woodson, who's from Ohio, by the way. He was an Ohioan. Okay,
that's fine.
He was Ohio born. He was Ohio bred, and when he dies, he'll be Ohio dead. Okay, he's an Ohioan, and so is Desmond Howard, whether they want to admit it or not. And they went off. They defected. They crossed the line and went to Michigan. Michigan has been encouraged. Michigan has been buoyed by Ohioans. If you didn't have Ohio, you wouldn't have a program. Okay? So let's just calm down there. Bo Schembechler is an Ohioan. Rest in peace. So stop. Y'all need Ohio. Anyway, now let's talk about
did you just go to the past? Did you just go to the past? Were you just talking about, well, we doing 2012 and 13? I was talking about games.
Well, you were talking about,
I was talking about games where the higher ranked Ohio State team got their ass beat. That's what I was talking about.
Well, yeah, but I want to talk about the big picture. I want to talk about the big picture and how, Michigan has been like, this is why I was so confident, because Michigan had become like a little satellite program for us. I mean, it's like a little, kind of like a homecoming type opponent where you know what's going to happen. But how dare you, if you love the Big Ten, you'll root for Ohio State to be included in the college football playoff, because you can't love the Big Ten and want Ohio State with its one loss to be out of it. You can't let Alabama with 2 losses in the SEC. You can't let that SEC superiority. Come on.
Hey, guess what?
If
Michigan was Ohio State's satellite program, guess what Michigan is right now? Your daddy.
Yeah, well, I'll say this. Ohio State, the Big Ten is such a great conference.
We broke Ohio State. We broke them.
Well, temporarily. But it's such a great conference, the Big Ten is, that the second best team coming to Ohio Stadium, second best team in the conference, and coming to Ohio Stadium and win like that. That just speaks to the depth of the conference. Oh, nice. Nice pictures. We'll see you in the playoffs. We'll see you in the playoffs. We'll be there. Go Utah.
No, you won't.
Beat USC.
No, you won't.
We'll be there. Hey, thanks for watching Brother from Another on YouTube. Make sure you hit subscribe before you leave, and be sure to watch us 3 to 5 p.m. Eastern Time on Peacock. Appreciate you.